try this again. Hey, on the right there. This one? Yeah. A couple of big trees down. Big weeping willow. Looks like it was taken out by the pine tree. Numbers are counting up this time. I guess I hit record, but I didn't hit record. So the camera shut off. So I just got battery. Anyway, I guess I can talk about all the stuff I've already talked about. So we take 3. No, we're not going to take it. Oh, the cold clutch. Yeah, we'll go with this one. Damaged guardrail right there, big tree. There's another couple of them up here, if I remember right. If it's picking up all the busted branches. There's another one there, big tree. Another one right here, big tree. Branches on the left over there on the tree. We got hit pretty hard. Friday night, Saturday morning, big windstorm blew through here. Actually been a lot of cleanup yesterday. These roads were still a mess. So basically, like I started to say in the last video, lots of damage. Street sign, the yield sign got blown down over here. Eventually these guys are putting it back up. It was still lit up. Thought it had a flasher on it. Maybe they just replaced it altogether. Nope, that's the one right there. Been laying in the brush. We got Mr. Mazda coming here. Infinity, excuse me. Yeah, it blew pretty good. I had that big branch come down on my shed. About an 8-inch. Did no damage at all that I can see. I got lucky there. Folks are without power. I haven't seen today how many are still without power. A buddy at work, he lives right in the middle of town. He was still without power yesterday. Everybody around him has power, but he's the only house on that transformer. And PUD said, sorry, you're going to have to wait. We're going after the multiple homes on one transformer instead of just a single home. More bang for the buck. We'll get to you eventually, but you're at the bottom of the list. Sunday I took a little drive. Hit the hardware store as I was trying to figure out my electrical problems. There were quite a few trees down, still laying on wires and roads closed. I currently have no electricity in my garage. And one outlet inside the house, which is on the garage circuit, which is what I run my heater off of. So I just had to move that. Excuse me, I'm still getting over this cold. Narrowed it down to, I don't think it's the outlet. I think it's the junction box, but I can't get into the junction box because I don't know where it is. There's no cover plate. It's all buried behind drywall. So I'm going to have to essentially destroy my wall to find out where these wires come together. But the other night, Sunday night, playing around, I checked the circuit, the breaker. It's a, I'm going to call it a two-pole breaker. It's a single breaker, but it's got two 20-amp switches on it. One controls basically my kitchen outlets, the other controls my garage. So I pulled it out. And I swapped the wires. And then played with the breakers, and they've both got juice going through them, so it's not the breaker. But I'd do different things, run out to the garage, flip the switch, still don't have any juice. However, at night, I noticed that the lights just barely flicker for just a second. So it's still getting electricity. So that tells me somewhere along the line, there's either a splice or my aluminum wiring has worked loose from an outlet or from a little joint in there. So I got to find that. So there must have been a bit of a power surge with the power flipping on, off and on during my windstorm. Saturday was all I could do just to get that tree branch cleaned up and a little bit around the yard, so I didn't really dig around in the garage too much. Sunday I dug around, went and grabbed a couple new outlets. Couldn't find my little no contact wire electrical tester. Excuse me. It's about another one of those. Needed a new outlet cover for the outlets in the garage. When I pulled all those apart, it snapped and fell apart. Those outlets looked good. Although I haven't, I need to pull them out and tighten all the screws on them. Again, that aluminum wiring, garbage. But I've got one wire that comes from the top of my garage and feeds my outlet. Street racers behind me here. Then I've got all my LED lights plugged into them, and there's a hole drilled in my wall, and it ties into my electrical somewhere back there. So that's what I got to try to track down. That's where I'm suspecting my problem is. So we'll track it down eventually. Right, come on, Mr. Mercury. 60 mile an hour here, not 45. Mr. Semi needs to pay attention to the road. Yeah, there's a lot of people sick right now at work. This cold is running through like crazy. But we're no heavy wind in the forecast, no rain till towards the end of next week. It's supposed to be about like this for the next few days. clean everything off so it doesn't wash down into my gutters, plug my downspouts. That tree branch that came down on my shed, that's for some trees. They hold their leaves late into the year. I usually fight those through November and December. They keep blowing onto the house, blocking up the downspouts. Well, the neighbor next door to me has been talking to that owner of those trees, which is behind him. I know the previous couple owners have said the same thing to that homeowner. Take those trees down. Actually lean out of their yard over the neighbor's yard. So if they were to fall, they're going to land on his house, not the owner. Oh, we got another speed demon doofus here. He's whipping back and forth. That entitles people to think that they can just drive so much faster than everybody else, even though I'm doing 65 miles an hour. I'll slow it down a bit. We've got a road here at Boeing. It's public access, but it's a Boeing road. Kind of dips down, goes underneath a bridge between a couple of office buildings, and it's got, you know, concrete walls that are, I don't know, 20, 30 foot tall or whatever they are. This last week a manager caught a couple of guys street racing out there, so he took some photos of them and called security. He gave all the information to security, got license plate numbers, got the pictures of the group that was standing on the sidewalk filming everything. One of them turned out to be a Boeing employee. He no longer works for Boeing. Yeah, on the right here, look at all these trees that are down, if they're still here. We're on this bend, all this brush. It's all blew down. Snapped branches, treetops. What a mess. Alright, the camera's still recording, so I must just not have hit the record button that first time. I said take 3 because at the start of the video, because I actually got up, got myself fed the cats, watched a little YouTube, get ready for work, jumped in the car, started driving away, got half a block from the house, looked at the clock. It was only 11:20. I don't leave for work till 12:20. So I was leaving an hour early. That's when I went and got the cat food for the cats and went home and hung out at the house for another 45 minutes or so. I think they're just about done painting that bridge. We're still going to try parking in this lot. I think there's a spot open. There's a couple of spots. We'll go bug my buddy Jeff, a little Toyota over there. Shows up to work like 3 hours early and just sleeps in his car. So I give him crap for sleeping on company property. Alrighty, that's going to do it for this one. A little bit shorter video, but that's okay by me. First gear, parking brake on, ignition off. I'll clean the inside of this windshield too. It's getting pretty nasty. Alrighty, we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Well, says I got full battery left. Don't see how that's possible. Well, I got a 15-minute video driving in today, so let's do something going home. What the heck, eh? It's 36 degrees outside. Give the car just a moment here to warm up a smidge. A couple of the cars had frost on the windows. Mine didn't. Don't know what's so different, but yeah, it's a little chilly out there. I got my fancy new heated vest on. Normally I don't like that kind of stuff, but as I'm getting older, I turn it on medium speed or medium level. Feels good on the back right now, sitting in this seat. So we'll wait till it's 23:15 hours. It's 23:14 right now. November 8th already. You know, it just dawned on me. Everything I signed and put a date to today, I put the 7th. It's actually the 8th. Oh well. Tomorrow's Wednesday. 15 after, we can roll. Midway through the week, I get a new boss. It's actually a boss I've worked with. I've never worked for, but he's been on second shift for quite a while. Car coming on the right here. Oh, now it says we got half a battery left. We'll just run this till the battery dies or I get home, whichever comes first. California stop. I got the de-icer sprayed all throughout the parking lot, all across the walkways. Yes, there is a little bit of fuzz on the glass, a little bit of haze. Got the defroster going, got the heat cranked up. It's more so in the camera than the actual view that I've got. Until we start getting a little heat built up into the motor. Guy behind me's trying to push me already. Cold engine, cold clutch, cold tires, cold brakes. Let's go drive like idiots. Watch the people in the left lane behind me. Turn the fan up a notch. We're off the cold peg on the temperature gauge. Feeling just a smidge of heat coming through the vent. Yet to surpass 3,000 RPM. 63 miles an hour. Yeah, usually I'm off at 11. That's my self-proclaimed quitting time. Technically I'm off at 9:30, but I stay till 11. Give the third shift crew a little support. But I don't leave my desk until 11. It lets all the speed demons, all of that line of traffic ahead of us, get out of the way. car, if you just crank the heat up and crank the fan up, it will never get up to temperature on these colder days. There's actually a complaint about a lot of people, I guess, in the Midwest that had these in the wintertime. The car never gets warm. Little tiny motor, big radiator, sucks all the heat right out of it. Star up there. I thought it was all clouded over. Yeah, election night. Been reading a little bit about who's been winning and who's been losing. I'm sure we'll hear all about it in the coming days, about how everything was rigged and everything was stolen for the ones that didn't win, that wanted to. Yada, yada, yada. That's the way our country is gone. That's the elected officials that have made it in, unfortunately. The ones that just don't want to play nice with others. Quite a few people not coming into work. Still, I guess, quite a few power outages in the area. A buddy that lives in town, I think I talked about him, and he's the only one on the transformer in the middle of town, and they won't fix him because they're going to prioritize the areas with multiple homes first. He still doesn't have juice. Another guy I work with, he was out yesterday. Spent all day yesterday running around trying to find a generator. Finally found one, gets back to the house. Oh, the lights are on. Talking about snowstorm this week. There's nothing in my forecast, so I don't know if he's just far enough north. Different weather service. These light patches on the highway, they're fresh concrete. They've been fixing the road. Of course, they haven't ground anything down, so they're pretty rough, but Friday night, Thanksgiving weekend, I think it was, or Halloween weekend. I get on the freeway back there, and it says 2 left or 2 right lanes closed. So I get over into the next lane over from this, and the 2 lanes ended. And then right about here, the lane I was in ended, so I had to get into the far left lane. And then may have been the exit we just passed. I looked up the road and they were blocking that lane off, so they were kicking all traffic Friday night, Halloween, over to the carpool. Luckily, 41st Street was open, so I just jumped off and cut through town. Jumped on my highway and away I went. On behind me, and then watch the right lane, the white line there on the right. What a wonderful job they did putting it out, huh? Must have been late in their shift and they were really tired or something. fix any of that till the spring now. Keep it tight to avoid the drain in the road. Slowpoke drivers holding up traffic. We're almost up to 50. There's 55. Pace each other up there and hold up all the cars. At 54 miles an hour. Sinuses are still bugging me. Hacking and coughing all afternoon. One of the senior managers went home early today. He was feeling pretty bad. It's definitely going around. Actually had a pretty wicked headache building a couple hours ago. Took some Advil for it. It's not gone, but it's definitely a little better. Have a little salad when I get home, kick back, drink some water. I think I may even have some NyQuil. Take a couple of little tablets, or gel caps, or whatever they call them. Alrighty, we're not going to, well, of course he's going to want over. But he's driving with his blinker on, so we'll squirt on past. Get home, get some rest, get up, do it all again tomorrow. 9.5 hour day. Lots of haze and streaks, and we're gonna catch the light Mustang, possibly. Is it gonna hold for me? Too late to stop now. Second gear. Clearly the light was yellow, officer. Okie dokie. Yeah, it's nice and clear up north. It was a little hazy at the factory there, I thought, but I see stars twinkling up there. I'm still living on daylight savings time, I think. Should be what, 12:30? It's not 11:30. There's a little frost on the windows in the cars here. It says 31 degrees here. It'd be officially chilly. Cats aren't going to want to go out tonight. Definitely nice and toasty in here, though. Of course, I still got my heated vest on, so. I already picked up the mail from earlier. I gotta get the cans out, the garbage cans out. And we can get something to eat and feed the cats and kick back for the evening. Probably be up for another couple hours. Car coming, but we got lots of room there. Yep, the trucks are all frosted over. The lawn is twinkly, and I'm about to sneeze right as I'm backing into my driveway. Oh, excuse me. How are we doing with alignment now? There we go. Alrighty, that's gonna do her for this one. Probably just tack this onto the drive-in to work. Make a big long one out of it, see how long that takes to upload. We'll catch y'all later. Bye-bye.